Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to discuss these universal magazine holders. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. So today we're going to take a look at these universal magazine holders that I found on Amazon that I wanted to share with you guys. Pretty slick setup. If you're like me, you've struggled over the years trying to find magazine holders that were more universal, so you didn't have to have so many. A lot of times you're going to buy a Kydex, which is custom molded to fit a magazine. So this one is molded. This is a Muddy River Tactical that fits the Canic. And a lot of times that's what you wound up with, was a bunch of these floating around trying to match up anything that you would carry that you would need a magazine holder for. So, got to looking around, searching for products to review. Something that caught my attention was these universal magazine pouches. They are very reasonable. I will have in the comment section, I'll pin it, where you can go to the Amazon store. There's a gun and range section. Go to there and you can find these. These were $22 for two of them, which is a good price in my opinion. So you're looking at about $11 a piece, give or take a little buck. Depends on your taxes. What they are universal, right or left-handed, and inside the waistband or outside the waistband. And they're not Kydex. They look very similar to Kydex if you look at the texturing. But the reason I know these are not Kydex, I actually think they might have even listed them as Kydex, but they are not Kydex. And the reason I know they're not is they have a seam running right here, which tells me these are probably injection molded of some sort. So they're more of a polymer plastic, nylon filled plastic of some sort. Not Kydex, but they did have the forethought to give it a little texturing to make it mimic Kydex. So there you go. So the way these work are pretty simplistic. They're universally made to fit about anything. And if you look, it goes in like that. It looks, golly, that's not going to work. Where the magic happens, as they say, is this adjuster piece here. So if you look, it's on the back. This is a split design. There is a tensioner right in here that you adjust that gives you an Allen key in the setup is included. And what I normally would do when I'm doing these, I've messed with these a little while now, is put my magazine in until I start feeling a little tension, back it off and see what the tension feels like. And then I might, if that's not tight enough, I might just do like quarter turns at a time. So that's about right for me. So again, universal, right? That one's adjusted for the Canic. So I've got a couple other magazines here. I've tested it with other magazines. It does work. This is a Glock 17 magazine. This is the Magpul version. So the same thing. It's going to be loose. Take my Allen wrench into here. I won't go until I start feeling it tighten down, which means it's pushing against the magazine like that. And that's about right. So they're not going to fall out. I'll let you look and see how they fit once it is tightened down. It's a really neat concept, really, if you think about it, the way they've set these up. And for the price point, it's really good. Because these are slotted like this, you can also adjust cant just a little bit either way. So if you want this more canted, you would do that or like that, and then tighten these down however you need. So I've also brought an airsoft magazine down. This right here is a Glock 17 training pistol that I use, airsoft. So if you look, it would work with these also, so I don't have to switch around even for like an airsoft magazine that really would be totally different. If, in other words, if I had a Kydex one made for a Glock 17 magazine and I wanted to do some training, I could not use it probably with this. I mean, it would probably work, but it wouldn't be great. Same thing with this. That's a little loose, but it's supposed to be pretty close because that is a Glock 17 airsoft magazine. A 1-to-1 replica scale. A little loose, go back a little tighter, just like that. That's about where I want it. So there you go, guys. the universal magazines. So I always keep bullets forward. So this would be on my left side. I shoot right-handed, so this would be on my left side, probably around the 4 or 5 o'clock position. And I would reach around, grab it, and I can actually feel right here. It's got this little spot, kind of as a reference to know that I'm gonna have it right at the bullets when I pull them out. Show you that with actual magazines. Same thing. I'm gonna grab it, and it pulls right out to right there. Again, now it's a little tight for this magazine. I'm going to back that off just a little, and that's about right there. So really slick setup. That's a little loose probably for me. I'm going to tighten that down just a quarter turn. Tighten it down again, just like that. Now, once you get these set, if you wanted to, you could actually put a drop of Loctite, blue Loctite, something like that, or if you wanted to maybe even put a little drop of super glue. The only reason is you're trying to keep it from backing out. Now, with that said, because this is going to have constant pressure against that bolt, because it's pushing forward to spread that adjuster out, it's going to be really hard to get this thing to probably constant pressure on a screw. That's why they make lock washers that look the way they do. It's constantly putting pressure against it to keep the screw from coming undone. So loose. So this right here should work pretty good. But anyway, guys, like them. I'm going to start using them, and I'm going to buy probably a couple more just to have. I'll have 4 total, so I can have a couple setups. But I do like the fact that I can just adjust it to whatever I'm using. They make these, I think, for single and double stacks and all that. So whatever you want to try in there, I think it'll work. Again, it is supposed to be universal and should fit in most applications that you would have, and these are all double stack 9mm, and they classify it as a 9mm /40 magazine when you're buying, and then they have ones for 45 and all that. So just pay attention to that, and then you should be good to go, guys. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. If you got any questions, post those below. If you got any experience with these products that we've shown here, be sure to share that with us. And as always, I will put a link in the section below. Go to the Amazon store, check it out. It doesn't cost you any more or less to buy from the store. It just pays us a little commission on the backside from Amazon. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Bring you another video shortly. Have a great day.